Look, it's chaos out there. Everyone's running in different directions. That thing, that minion, it just came out of nowhere and started destroying everything. I don't know what to do. I've never seen anything like this before. I'm scared, Mikey. Really scared.
Oh no, JJ, he's heading straight for the city. He's going to destroy everything.
We can't let that happen. We need to stop him before it's too late.
But how? He's massive. We're just 2 people with a shovel.
Wait, do we still have the shovel? Then let's build an underground house. We'll be safe down there.
That's actually a solid idea. If we go deep enough, he might not even sense us.
And we can reinforce it from the inside. Stones, metal scraps, anything we can find.
All right, then no time to waste. Let's mark the ground and start digging. We'll need ventilation, a water supply.
I think this is the perfect spot to build our underground home.
Yeah, it's great that there's already a staircase leading down right here.
The deeper we go, the better.
Yeah, less chance he'll detect any movement, and we'll be safer from everything happening on the surface.
Plus, it'll stay cooler underground. We can store supplies longer and maybe even grow something down there.
A hidden bunker garden? Sounds like something out of a sci-fi movie.
Well, Mikey, we're kind of living in a sci-fi story already.
Fair point. All right, let's go deeper. If we hit stone, we'll reinforce. If we hit something else, we deal with it.
Mikey, do you ever think about how fast everything changed? One moment we were planting tomatoes, and now we're digging underground to survive.
I think about it all the time, JJ. It's like life didn't just take a turn. It flipped the whole board. We used to worry about rain ruining the crops. Now we worry about a giant creature stepping on our roof. It's insane.
I miss how simple it was. Even the hard days felt grounded, you know? There was a rhythm. Wake up, feed the dog, water the garden, argue about how to fix the fence.
Yeah, I remember those arguments. You always insisted the fence should be painted green.
Because green blends with nature. But look at us now, building a home in the earth like moles. Maybe that's what survival is. Adapting, even if it doesn't look anything like what we imagined.
You're right. Maybe one day we'll laugh about all this, or maybe not. But I know one thing for sure. If I have to rebuild everything from the dirt up, I'd rather do it with you than anyone else.
Thanks, Mikey. That means more than you know.
Let's just keep digging, JJ. One shovelful at a time.
And maybe, just maybe, we'll dig our way into a new beginning.
You know what's strange, JJ? The deeper we dig, the more it feels like we're not just hiding. We're building something new. Not just shelter from the giant, but maybe even a new kind of life.
I feel that too. It's like we're leaving behind everything we used to rely on. The house, the fence, the garden, and creating a world that's truly ours. No one telling us what to do. No one watching over us. Just us, our hands, and the dirt.
Do you ever wonder, what if this was meant to happen? Not the destruction, but us. Ending up here, finding strength we didn't even know we had?
Sometimes, it's hard to believe in fate, but if everything hadn't gone wrong, we'd still be stuck in that routine. Same paths, same habits. This forced us to wake up, to change.
And maybe that's what this underground house really is. A second chance.
Yeah, a second chance to build something stronger. Not just out of stone and wood, but out of trust, out of memory.
Let's keep going. Let's make this place mean something.
We already are. You know, Mikey, this dirt under our feet, it smells just like the soil behind Grandpa's old cabin. Remember that place? Up in the hills, far from everything.
How could I forget? That was our first real adventure. No internet, no electricity, just the forest, the wind, and his crazy old radio that only played static until midnight.
I used to think that radio was haunted. Remember when it picked up that strange voice? We both screamed and ran outside, barefoot, in the middle of the night.
Yeah, Grandpa never even woke up. He just muttered, "It's just the trees talking," and rolled over. That man was unshakable.
He taught us a lot without really teaching, didn't he? Just by being who he was. Strong, calm, never in a rush, but always prepared.
I think about him a lot lately. How he used to say, "The earth listens if you speak with your hands." Back then I thought it was just one of his poetic farmer things. But now, down here, it makes sense.
We're speaking to it now, aren't we? With every shovel of dirt, with every beam we place, we're saying, we're here, we're alive, we still believe in something.
Maybe that's what survival really means. Not just staying alive, but staying human. Remembering what made us, who we came from, and why it matters.
Then we keep building, not just a shelter, but a legacy.
For Grandpa, for the garden, for the green fence you never gave up on.
Mikey, while we're digging and talking about the past, I can't stop thinking about Sem. Remember? Our dog. That wild, clumsy, beautiful mess of energy. Sometimes it feels like I still hear his paws scratching at the door in the early mornings.
Sam, yeah, he was more than just a pet, wasn't he? He had this uncanny sense of timing. He always knew when one of us was upset. I still remember the day I came back from town after that argument with the supplier. I was fuming, slamming the shed door, pacing around the yard, and there he was, tail wagging, ball in his mouth, like he knew I needed something to pull me out of my head.
He had a way of turning even the worst moments into something manageable. Like that one storm. Remember? Lightning cracked a tree near the house. Power went out, and everything went dark. I was scared, like actually terrified. But Sem curled up right next to me, head on my lap, just breathing slow, like he was saying, "It's okay, I'm here." That kind of comfort. It's rare, Mikey.
You're right. I remember that night like it was yesterday. It's funny, we spent so much time building that place, planting every seed with care. But when I think about home, it's his muddy paw prints on the porch that come to mind first. That bark that echoed through the trees when he chased squirrels like they owed him money.
He was family, not just a dog. He was the heartbeat of that place. Even when everything went wrong, bad harvests, broken tools, those long winters. If Sem was running through the yard, everything still felt whole.
I wish he were here now. He would have loved this digging. Probably wouldn't help much, just get in the way, kick up dirt everywhere, but we'd laugh. And right now, I think we could use some of that joy again.
Maybe this underground house? Maybe we dedicate part of it to him. A little corner, some photos, his old leash. So he's still with us, just in a different way.
Yeah, let's do that. For semester, for everything he brought us, and for everything we're still building.
Mikey, do you remember that one autumn? The one where the leaves didn't just fall, they exploded. Gold, amber, red, like fire. It was the last real autumn we had before everything changed. I remember waking up one morning and the entire yard was blanketed in color. And Sem, oh Mikey, Sem was flying through the leaves like he was part of the wind. He looked so alive, so free. I think that was the moment I truly understood what happiness meant. Not some big event, not something you plan. It was that quiet magic in the ordinary. Coffee steam in the cold, the creak of the wood porch, Sem jumping into a pile of leaves like the world had no worries. I remember you stepped outside with that ridiculous oversized sweater, holding 2 mugs, and you said, "If we ever forget mornings like this, we've already lost." And you were right.
I remember that morning clear as crystal. The cold bit at our fingers, but we didn't care. We sat on the steps and watched Sem dive again and again into that pile. He'd come up with leaves stuck all over his nose and ears, tail wagging like crazy, looking at us like we were missing out on the greatest joy in the universe. And for a moment, we forgot everything. Money problems, repairs we couldn't afford, that looming feeling that something was changing. That moment, it suspended time. And I remember looking at you with that sleepy grin and your hair all wild from the wind and thinking, this is home. Not the walls, not the garden, not even the porch. You and him. That feeling. That's what we're trying to get back, isn't it? That purity, that peace.
That's exactly it, Mikey. And you know what's painful? That we only realize how sacred those little things were once they're gone. When Sem got sick, I tried to stay strong, but watching him slow down, seeing the light in his eyes dim bit by bit, it shattered something in me. But even on his last day, when he could barely move, he still wagged his tail when I walked in, still tried to lick my hand. That kind of love, so pure, so unconditional, it doesn't fade. It plants something in you, something deep. And even now, as we dig deeper into this earth, I feel him with us. Not as a memory, as a part of us, as part of why we keep going.
Then let's build this place right, not just for survival, but as a tribute, a home not just for hiding, but for remembering, for carrying with us every joy, every morning like that one, every bark, every leaf. Let's carve those memories into the walls, so that even in the dark, we never forget the light.
You know, Mikey, I sometimes wonder, if Sem could talk, what would he have told us? I don't think it would have been words like we use, no big speeches, but in his way, he did talk to us. With those eyes, those looks he gave when we were down, or when we needed a nudge to go outside, breathe, live. I remember that day you twisted your ankle behind the barn and no one else was around. It was Sem who found you, barked like mad, stayed by your side until I heard him. He saved you, didn't he?
Yeah, he really did. And not just that day. He saved us 100 times in little ways. From ourselves, mostly. Reminding us to stop, to breathe, to play. You know what I miss the most? The way he'd run up to the fence when we came home, like it was the best thing that had ever happened to him, every single time. That kind of love, we never earned it, but we got it anyway.
Mikey, as we dig deeper, I can't help but feel like we're uncovering more than just soil. Remember the old stories your grandfather used to tell us about this land? How he spoke of hidden tunnels and secret places beneath the fields? At the time, I thought those were just tales to keep us entertained. But now, I'm starting to believe there's truth to them. Maybe Sem knew something too, sniffing around those spots more than once. What if what we're building is connected to something much bigger than just a shelter? Something that ties us to the past in ways we never imagined.
That's a thought that both excites and scares me, JJ. If there really are tunnels beneath us, what else might we find? Secrets buried by those who came before us? Or maybe even dangers they tried to hide? But also a connection, a story that's been waiting for us to discover.
Oh, right. We finished building the bunker already. Sometimes I get so caught up in the memories and plans that I forget we're actually safe now. It feels surreal, doesn't it? Like all that hard work, all those worries, now behind us. Thanks for watching this video.